Now, two important theorems in permutations and combinations. Two theorems. And now, before coming to the definition, let us have a discussion. Suppose we have three objects, distinct objects. Three distinct objects. And let A, B, C be the three objects, distinct objects. And we know the number of permutations of three objects taken all at a time is 3 factorial. The general result is the number of permutations of n objects taken all at a time is n factorial, and therefore here the number of permutations is 3 factorial, which is 6. 6 arrangements taken all at a time. Now let us check what are the distinct 6 arrangements. So these three objects can be arranged in. So let us take the A in the first position and B and C are in the second and third. So B, C, second and third. Then we can have another arrangement with A in the first, in the form, then A in the first, C, B. This BC remains the CB, C in the second position and B in the third. So these two are the two arrangements when A comes first. Similarly, suppose B comes first. Then the remaining A and C, that can come in two ways, AC, then B, CA, another two arrangements. Then C coming in the first, C, then remaining AB, AB, then C, BA. So these are the 6 permutations, 6 arrangements, distinct arrangements of this A, B and C. No other possibility. These are the 6. And here this A, B, C are distinct and therefore these 6 arrangements are distinct arrangements. But consider of these 3 objects, 2 are like, 2 are of the same kind. That is, suppose this B and C are like, same kind, and then B is same as C or C is same as B. Then let us check what happens to these 6 arrangements. Then the first arrangement becomes A, B, B, because C is B. The second arrangement comes A, B, B. We see that these two are the same arrangements. For these two distinct arrangements, we have only one arrangement here in this case. A, B, B, A, B, B, both C. Now consider this BAC, which becomes BAB, and this becomes BBA, and this BAB, and this becomes BBA. So these are the 6 arrangements. Now let us check what are all the permutations of this, distinct arrangements of this. 6 arrangements we obtained, but some arrangements are same arrangements. So these two constitute only one arrangement. These two constitute one arrangement. These also only one arrangement. So the distinct permutations are only 3. If A, B, C are distinct, there are 6 arrangements, and if 2 objects are of the same kind, then this 6 reduces to only 3. That means We have divided the 6 with 2 and obtained this 3. 2 objects same kind. Actually, we are dividing the 6 with 2 factorial. If we take no more number of objects and more like terms, we can observe that the number of distinct arrangements in that case is the n factorial by the p factorial, where p are of the same kind, p objects are of the same kind. This is the first theorem here we want to discuss. First theorem. So we can have the statement, the theorem statement. So theorem 1, the statement is this: the number of permutations of n objects taken all at a time, of which p objects are of the same kind, is n factorial by p factorial. So this is the first theorem. The number of permutations of n objects of which p objects are of the same kind is n factorial by p factorial. Theorem 1. And an extension of this is theorem 2. So the statement is this, theorem 2. The number of permutations of n objects of which the number of permutations of n objects of which P1 are of the same kind, P2 are of the same another kind, P3 are of same third kind, etc., etc. Then the number of permutations of n objects of which P1 are of the same kind, P2 are of the another same kind, P3 objects are of the same third kind, etc. is n factorial by P1 factorial into P2 factorial into P3 factorial into etc. So this is the second. So two important theorems. We make use of these theorems in problems, so remember this. Okay?